Hello? Hey.
Okay, I think now we're good. I think now we're doing good.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, this is much better.
Yes, it is. It's so much better. Oh my gosh, yes. So
Uh,
I have a special guest. Oh, she's sleeping. I got a puppy the other day. Friday.
oh, that's adorable.
Her name is Stella.
Stella.
Yes.
Oh, what's the breed?
It's a Yorkie.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. We decided to get a. Well, we had like between like three different ones. It's either a Yorkie, Golden Retriever, or a Lab. So I decided getting her because I feel like it's the best since she's a little smaller. Because we live like in a small condo or whatever, and at least kind of get her. It's easier to navigate in the house. We do have a little bit of room, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
as ideal for a golden or a lab because it's depending on how big they get because sometimes they can stay small and other times they can get huge. Like my parents, they have a golden themselves and he's huge, and I'm like, well, I can't have a big like him. And they have a also a Yorkie too, and I grew up with them, so I kind of know how to handle them. And I got scammed Thursday night. I thought I was gonna get one, but then they ended up telling me, "Oh, we're like 4.5 hours away." And I told them, "Hey, I'm this far away." And yeah, got my money back though, thankfully for the deposit they got me. And then, but that exact same day, this I found this lady who had her, and I actually got her Friday night. So it's like I was taught a lesson, and then I was rewarded with her. It was kind of cool
Mm,
though. She's done really
that's good.
good.
That's good.
And I like to tell you, I got another horrendous book. Haven't read it
Uh
yet
huh.
though. But
Ooh, that one.
now,
Yeah, I heard about it.
hey, now there is this YouTube channel called The Disturbing Breakdown, right? Now I've
Mm-hmm.
seen see it breaks down like all of the scenes that are in the movie, so I know what's to come in this book, but like reading it will be different. So I know like there's just one scene with like them eating poop, where like
Mm.
they just get like this wonderful idea of like having everybody serve poop. So I do know that part. But now I think reading it, it'll be interesting. So
Are you familiar with? You said the disturbing breakdown. I'm not familiar with that channel, but I'll look it up later.
it's
Are
awesome.
you familiar?
He's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. There's this. He breaks down like all those I Spit on Your Grave movies and all that stuff. And there's this like a Japanese film, I believe it's called Guinea Pig, which I hate saying that because I got guinea pigs myself. But like where they basically, oh, I shouted babies, where they basically torture this lady. And he breaks down the whole thing. And there's also a movie called a Serbian film. Have you seen that movie?
No, but again, by reputation, I've seen clips of it. I've seen short clips of it on
Mhm.
the internet, like I don't want to say where, on YouTube maybe,
Yeah. Well,
but
yeah.
I have seen clips of it. There was yeah, yeah. What I was about to say was there's another guy who does disturbing movie reviews called
Mhm.
Horrible Reviews. He's a Dutch guy.
Oh, I feel like I've
I've
heard of him somewhere. Yeah.
oh, you've heard of him. Yeah, I
Mhm.
watch him regularly. I'm not I think I should subscribe to him, but on my other channel
Mhm.
because this one is for books.
Yeah.
Well, not this one. This is your channel.
Yeah. I know that whenever I remember I saw a surfing film, it was on oh my god, no, oh my god, that damn, I forget the YouTube channel. I feel like everyone knows it. Oh my god. I can't think of what the channel's called, but it's like Watch Mojo
Uh huh. Yeah.
channel. They said the most disturbing films ever. They did like a top 10 or whatever, and I saw that one, and I know what is it? Human Centipede was on there, and
Mm-hmm.
that one was then Disturbing one was on there, and then I just kind of and it just happened that Disturbing Breakdown had that breakdown of that film there, and then I well as we call it down here, I pirated the film. I went on like my private mode on like my iPad that or my Kindle I had at the time, and I looked for it and I illegally watched it.
Uh-huh.
And then because again I was too curious and I had to watch it because I was like I gotta see it, and it was horrible. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's with this one it's given the same thing. It's like it's reminding me a lot of the that. And I recently read a
Uh,
book called it's really like a 20-minute page book really. You can get it on godless.com. It's called Baby in a Blender.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has like some incest in there and some essay with a newborn baby.
With
Yeah.
the, which reminds me, I was just communicating with another YouTube friend of mine.
Mhm.
She made a video talking about it. Um, I'll just give a shout out here. Bad is rad too.
Yes.
There is a book. There's a book called Hub by an author named Matt Shaw.
Oh,
They
really?
say he doesn't sell his books on Amazon. He only sells it on his personal website
Oh, that's cool.
because he's aware of how disturbing his books are.
Yes. Yeah, like I
So he,
paid for the book. It was like what it was in like down here. It was 50 cents. So I was like, you know what, that's okay. And I hear that Aaron Beauregard, the guy who I read from Slob is Not a Slob, he's come out with another book, and we can get it on his website. Apparently, no, he's not on Amazon yet, but I'm like, ooh, okay. Apparently, he says like if
I
you
should.
think pages 40 to 47 and Playground was bad, then read this one. I'm like, oh, I haven't read Playground yet, but I plan on reading it.
Mhm.
So I had it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And my best
Um.
friend
uh,
Hannah, she's on here. Hi, Hannah.
yes, that's. I was about to get to that. Yeah, that's nice.
Bestie, hi. She just texted me saying, I miss you. I'm like, I miss you too. And then, like, she just so happens is now watching me. I see her.
Hmm. I'm so glad this is working.
I know.
This works
I'm using
much
this from
better.
now on because I watch his booktuber. His name is Mike's Book Reviews. He does a lot of Stephen King book reviews and all that fantasy and all
Yeah.
that stuff. I watch him all the time. So, and I went to I watched one of his old live streams to see if I can get any indication of what he was using. And literally, his live stream had like little StreamYard little duck in the corner. And I'm like, he's
Hmm.
using that, then I'm definitely going to use it. And this has turned out way better.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And this is like stable. Like the last live stream, I was like holding my phone and I was lying
Yes.
on my stomach looking
Yeah.
at the phone
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I
And
thought I
this you can
guess it's
see my
easier to do.
shoulders.
I guess it's easier to do a spontaneous live stream on like directly through YouTube than scheduling it because I don't know, I don't understand the stream keys thing. I don't know. It's like I scheduled it. I should be able to press start and then have it go. I don't know. I'm not that technology smart. I only go so far, but this has worked way
You
better.
and me both. You and me both. I'm also not that technology smart either. Although, admittedly, I'm on far less social media than yourself.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Hmm.
Okay, so
So,
what
how
book are
far
you
along?
reading?
Oh well, I'm still reading the Shake. I'm a slow reader. I'm
Yes.
on chapter 4 right now. So
Hmm.
last week we were on chapter 2. This book has some really long chapters, like
Oh, really?
25 to 50 page chapters. So yeah,
I
that's
literally I haven't read too much of this during this week just because I was reading this other book I started, but then this whole week my brain has been kind of taking up with other information because I started a new position at my work, and then I was trying to get her.
mhm.
So and then I think what Tuesday actually I had to come home from Tuesday I had to come home during my lunchtime to take out my neighbor's dog. So that was a stressful time. She had a hard time, and then I was late to going back to work and all that stuff. And then Thursday ended up on like my phone on Facebook Messenger. So trying to message this person to get like a puppy. Ended up being a scam. So I was really stressed about that. So next morning, I ended up having to get on the phone with my bank, make sure I got my money
Mhm.
back. That was annoying. Did get my money back, but I'm very thankful. And then was messaging this girl back and forth about getting this lovely one that's sleeping right now. She's passed out too. And then ended up coming home from work to go there. It was about an hour to get to her. And then got her, came home, and she got back in town. We went to PetSmart, got her some food, bowls, and a little harness. And they don't quite fit her right now, but she's going to grow into it, so that's okay. And then getting all her set up, and then just kind of figuring out her bathroom schedule because we're going to train her to go inside and outside. So we had some successes, but we also had some accidents here and there. But that's good. She farted, but then a poop came out, so she sharted this morning. It was really funny because I didn't know it was her until I turned around. I was like, oh, okay. Had to wash her butt a couple times, but and then she pooped inside on her pee pad, and then I guess we got a little excited and we're like, oh yes, you went poop on your thing, and I guess she wasn't quite done because she ended up doing it on the couch. But that was on our air, it wasn't hers, so she's been doing really good. Now I'm just worried about how she's gonna do tomorrow because we're both gone at work. She's gonna be in a little crate or in a little playpen they got her.
You better teach her how to get along with the guinea pigs.
Oh, I've already exposed her to some of the guinea pigs. Like I had her on Saturday. We're actually in the guinea pig room too. You want to see this is all of our room.
Yeah.
Yes, they've got an air purifier today, so it's gonna smell less like guinea pig pee. Because it's to some extent it's gonna smell like that. You have to come in one small room. But Saturday I was cleaning in here. I had her on my beanbag chair, and she just sat there and she fell asleep. And then actually had one of the girl guinea pigs sit up with her, and she was like, "Okay, cool." And then as we were feeding her this evening, she was kind of moving around like, "Ooh, hi," and she kind of went roof at him. So she's opening up a lot more since we've had her in the past 2 days.
That's cute. That's adorable.
I've always like a puppy of my own, so I'm very, very happy I got a puppy of my own. She's gonna go everywhere with me, Walmart, wherever she needs to go. If I can bring her, she's gonna go with me. Now, if I can bring her to work, I'm gonna see if we don't have any doctors or whatever's or whatever there. If it's a slow day where like only nurses and upfront people are there, I'm gonna see if I can bring her to work. If I can, that'd be awesome.
All right. So, so you didn't get too much reading done, yeah. Well,
I'm really kind of sad about it. I'm like, ugh. I've had a lot of things change over this past week.
Well, you haven't got to the part. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just going to give you a hint. You haven't gotten to the piercing yet, have you?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay. Then I won't. And I'll say no more.
The third job, right? The third job.
After the third job.
Right where I left off, that's where I started, and then I just never got back to it because of all these life changes.
All right. Oh well. Again, after the third job, there is that one. There's that one scene I read about, and I just thought that was funny. In the midst of all this nastiness, there is one funny thing in there.
I'm pretty sure it will be it'll probably be very relieving if it is funny. Like, okay, get some funniness, and then right back to the gross and nastiness.
Yeah. All right. Do you know how to do screen share with the timer, or are you just using your watch?
Nope, I have no idea how to do screen share. So, if you know how to walk me through it, I can figure it out.
Oh, I don't think I could do it from this angle. I think if it were on my channel, then I could click and say, take down notes. This is what you do: A, B, C, D. I don't think I could do it from this angle.
Is it on the present button?
Sorry.
It's on the bottom right here. There is mute, stop cam, setting, present, invite, and studio.
I don't know. Maybe it's on present, but I don't think I would press or on settings. Maybe but then you'd have to have
I don't know if it's on share screen. I have to do some edit. Got it. No. meters, maybe? No. Hmm. Oh no, can't do slides. I don't know. That's weird.
You
Let's
should.
just do it. Let's just do it like
Here,
on my watch then, maybe.
yeah, yeah, on your watch. I'll give you some advice. After after this live stream, you should play around with the StreamYard and
Mm-hmm.
experiment, and then until you figure it out,
Yes,
and
that's
then
what
watch.
I'm doing.
You can also watch instructional videos on how to use StreamYard on YouTube.
Yes, I think I'm definitely gonna do that. 'Cause that timer would be kind of fun to use.
All right.
Okay.
So, would you like to get started?
Yes, we can definitely do
All right.
that. Okay.
How much time?
Okay. We did 20 minutes last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. Hey Siri, start a 20-minute time. Okay, we're good.
Okay. See you soon.
Okay, dude.
Oh, mute the sound.
Okay, 20 minutes is up.
All right. I did better than last time. 4 pages. Last time was only two because I was distracted by the computer. The text in this is rather small.
Hi, I know. What's up, little baby?
Mm.
Want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Mm.
It's okay. It's okay. You sit right there. Here, just sit. Sit.
Mm.
She fell asleep right in my lap, like curled up, and then she was moving like. It was so adorable.
That's adorable.
I think
So yeah, I made better progress than the last sprint last week.
I'm on page 143 right now. I think I was on like what 127, so it was not too bad. And I think I got to
Okay.
the funny, your supposed funny part of the piercing. So he, okay, from what I understood, from what I read, he puts a he puts a nail in his thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like really, I was like, that's really
And
weird.
and did he have the main character eat it? If you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
yeah. Like, ooh, like why? Ooh.
uh, yeah, yeah. There was that, and then something happens to him after the piercing. Maybe you haven't gotten to that part yet.
Probably not. I don't know. I'm kind of just reading, and if whatever I miss it. To be honest, and I'm not meant to know. Like there's
Well,
so many
well,
detail of that. Like I'm like I if I pay too much attention to the details, like the minute details, then I will definitely will take 80 years to read it.
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. My my friend couldn't get past like 56 to 60 pages of it or so. So, but she claims that Bad is Rad too. That friend of mine, she claims that she'll try continue reading it later in August.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to your rant on it, as well as those other books. Like, I
Hmm.
think I'm going down this whole rabbit hole thing myself with disturbing literature.
Yeah,
It's not easy for me to reach to get where I am, like I said
that's
last
true.
time.
Hmm.
Um, and I'll be honest, my channel is not a horror booktube channel, not horror.
Yeah,
It's just regular books. It's political thrillers. That's
yeah.
my theme.
Okay.
But I have read four four adult horror novels in my life. I'm having good at memory, and I read like dozens and dozens of children horror. You know, Goosebumps.
Yes, I love. Okay, I want my whole thing. My goal is to actually get the whole entire like I think it's like 62 books. I want to get the whole thing, and I possibly can. It's on Amazon though, but it's like really expensive to do.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
$79 just to get it all, and I'm like, ooh, I have to really just be committed to just to do it, despite the
I have
bullet.
a I
Unless I get on a payment plan to do it, if that's possible,
yeah
then I'll do it. But, oof.
I have a large collection of it. I actually have a video on that. I have a large collection of the Goosebumps books. I read the as a boy. I read a lot of them growing
I
up
did
when I
too.
was in elementary school. They were a
Yes.
lot of fun. They didn't really scare me, but they have a
No.
certain charm about them.
Yes. I actually, me and my sister, we grew up on it was a VHS tape, and a lot of people don't know what they are now, but it was a VHS tape of Nightmare on Terror Tower or something like that.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like
yeah,
the video.
yeah.
We had that on tape, and I remember we would watch. Me and her, we'd watch it like all the time. So I remember whenever my sister she started school, and then I couldn't go to school. I remember that quite yet. I would watch the movie all the time. I'll never forget it ever.
Oh, I watched it too. I also had it on tape. That's quite a coincidence. I watched it too. I know that movie, and I had it on videotape as well. Yes, I remember.
And I remember whenever I very first started going to public library and I actually got my own library card and everything. is that there was a Goosebump books, but like it's ones where like at like the bottom of the page you can go to you can change your own ending, or like you have the options for response.
Give yourself goosebumps.
Yes,
Yes, I read those as well. They're
yes,
they're
I
they're
remember
fun.
those, and I would spend hours upon hours just like reading the like whatever book I got, and like going through the different responses and going to the certain pages, and like I spent a lot of time doing that just because like that was like my only entertainment work from where I was at the time with my biological parents, and I just remember that I had not thought about that in years, and I've been wanting to find books like that again, but I've never been able to find something like that again. I don't know why. They're like you can't find
Mm.
nothing like that anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I have you have you heard about like the Goosebumps like knockoffs or the followers or imitators? There are a lot of them.
Not. Mm,
Oh, you haven't,
mm,
because there are some that are there are a lot that I haven't heard of, but there are a couple that I have like one copy of some other series.
mm-hmm.
So the ones by R.L. Stein, he has some other spin-offs like Series 2000, and
Oh
it's
yeah, okay. I know that
uh,
he tried to do some more modern, up to date ones, but they're not the same.
yeah, yeah,
I used
yeah.
to the Goosebump series because I had when I had Netflix just before I go to school or whatever. But I was still in high school. That was my, and I was like, you know what? I'm watching these because it's very nostalgic. It's fun, and I never got to watch it when I was like younger. Because where I was
Mm,
at previously, we didn't have the access because of my biological parents. They were focused on other things instead of providing for us. So when I had the chance, when I got Netflix, when I got adopted and all that stuff, I would watch it like one or two episodes before I would go off to go to school and catch the bus. And it was so fun. I actually want to see if I can get the TV series somewhere, so I don't have to pay for
hmm.
Netflix. Just watch it.
Right. You said about you said, you said about things like pirating it. Like if you could get it
Yeah.
online somewhere.
Mhm. That would be cool if I could do that. But that means I have to take time and try and find it, and then just see if I'm not going to scam, like get like I know that there's this website that I use. I will not mention it on here, just because if I do, I feel like it never fails me. Like I know a website where I can watch movies, and then a website where I can watch wrestling. Two websites that's never failed me. I won't mention it on here though, because I feel like if I mention it on here on the actual internet, the internet people who take those down will take it down. But those two websites have never failed me ever. And like I
Right.
use
Right.
like the one for like movies when I was in like freshman in high school, and I watched the Captain America Civil War like the day after it came out. I got it on that website, and I watched it like before
Right.
school, watching it. So technically, I watched it before adults could really watch it around me. So I was like, hey, I already know what happens. So when my adopted dad was talking about like, oh my god, we need to watch this movie, I'm like, yeah, we totally need to watch it. Even though I'm like, I already watched it before you, haha. And you're sitting there waiting for the DVD to come out, and I've already watched it. It's hilarious.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I would say good luck. Like I said, I have that collection, and then I was talking about the knockoffs,
Yeah.
or spin-offs or the imitators, the followers.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, I have there are like two two or three series that I have like a single copy of those other series. Um, they're more or less similar to R.L. Stein's writing style, but the one I'm particularly proud of, I have all 12,
Ooh.
is Star Wars Galaxy of Fear, which is basically Star Wars meets Goosebumps. And then there are
Oh,
these like 12 novels of set in the Star Wars universe, but they're like these scary adventures, and the protagonists are 12-year-old children.
oh, that's funny. I feel like that. I feel like that would be fun to like read. It's like when I started my channel, I was like what 2020, I think I started it, and then I
Mhm.
wanted to start base it off of like Anne Rice's books because I was really into her. I'm still into her very much, but that's why my thing is called well Interview with the Raven, Interview with the Vampire. So that's why I kind of started off that, and then then I just kind of started off with like Stephen King after that, and then now it's just like whatever I'm into right now. I just kind of go with the flow. So I read whatever I get into. Like I remember, like I did a whole series on Cassandra Clare books where I was rereading her whole entire Mortal Instrument books. I
Hmm.
did that actually earlier in the year, and then because her one of her books was actually no, in the last year actually. December
Right.
into January because her Channel 4 was coming out. I was like, so I was like doing like a countdown till I read that book, and then now obviously for some reason my slob video has blown up, but now I'm into these horrid books. This one, and now I got like my romance books too. That I got, which I need to do a video because I actually need to do a whole big giant video of my book haul I've gotten because I've gotten like a lot of books now that I've gotten in the span of
Hmm.
like what month? I say like month and a half maybe. It's like
Right.
one like three stacks. Two are on my end table in the living room. One's on the coffee table. So I got like
Mm.
big stacks. I need to make a big video of like all of the books I've gotten the past like month.
Mm.
I've
I
gotten
would, I would, right. I would do hauls myself. Uh, shall we say, I could do that, but I'm not in a very good financial position to buy
yeah
like 10 books at a time. So I
yeah
have done hauls. I have done hauls in the past, but I've got like hauls of 3 books. So
yeah
that's only because of finance. But
yeah.
otherwise, I could technically buy dozens of books
Yeah.
at one time. I could do hauls, but I can't afford it.
Yeah, I honestly shouldn't have bought as many books as I have, but I did anyway. So I'm like, because like really, to be honest, I'm like, you know what? You only live once, and you're not guaranteed every day. So it would if it makes you happy to get like 5 books at usually I get them like 5 or 6 books at a time a week. That's how I do it. So it's not like too terrible. Or if I do get and if I don't know if you can get it though on your side of the world, but I use thrift books. You can get like books as cheap as like at least on my end, like $3 and $4 a piece. So like particularly Stephen King, I can get like 5 Stephen King books for like $20 and free shipping where I'm at. But I don't know about on your end. You might have to look into your end.
Oh, okay. Thrift books.
Yes.
I'll uh, I'll give that a look.
Yeah, because I get
I'll
especially with older books like Stephen King, especially. It's like I'm not gonna get like like the full price hardback books of his old stuff unless it's his new release. Then that's when I'll do it. But if it's old stuff, I will definitely get it like in mass market paperbacks, the older versions. That's way more
hmm.
affordable to do it that way. Mm-mm.
I speaking of Stephen King, I actually have a copy of The Long Walk,
Oh
which I
really?
do want to read. Yes, I do want to read, but it's not in English. It's in Dutch,
Really?
and
What?
yes, really, yeah,
Um.
it's a Dutch translation. I Dutch is my third language, so I
Oh
had this
really?
idea. Yes, really,
That's
it's my
cool.
third language. It's actually street level, I would call it street level, because
Yeah.
I can technically. Here's the thing: I can technically speak in Dutch and and get by. Like if I wanted to check into a hotel,
Yes.
call a cab,
Mhm.
buy something from the store, I
Yeah.
can do that. I can do that. But if I want to have an intelligent conversation, for example, about
Yeah.
politics or religion or whatever,
Yeah.
have a long dragged out debate, I
Yes.
could not do that. I could not do that in Dutch. So what I was thinking was I was going to read my Dutch copy of Stephen King's The Long Walk, so to improve my Dutch.
Yes. I
But then I would be doing it at a snail's pace, and then I'd be not uploading anything new on my BookTube channel. It would
yeah.
like take
Mhm.
months and months because I'd be double checking every time on Google Translate.
Oh yes. There's also a I don't know if they work scribd. It's a I don't know if it work. You have to look on your end though. I use I pay for it. It's like a $10 a month account where you can get
Mm-hmm.
any most audiobooks for free and any ebooks for free. And on this on the site they have or it's an app too. They have most of Stephen King's books, so I'm gonna see if they got it. Long walk, we wait, walk by Stephen King. They don't. Then that's just silly. If they don't. Oh,
Ah.
see, they got it. They have it in the ebook version and audiobook version. So you might need to look in that to see if it's available in your area. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure that they are. I'm gonna look it up. See, good, available. Yeah. Come on, spell right. What countries can I use in Scribd? Scribd is worldwide, so you can use Scribd.
Okay. All right. All right.
So you can get like audiobooks, but you have to pay like I don't know how much it would be on your end. I don't know if yours is like is your money is your money like mine?
What do you mean?
Like
Like
like is it
stable?
like what am I trying to say? Is like $10 to you, $10 to me?
Oh, no, 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 no. We're not pegged. We're not pegged. Uh, 100,000 rupiah
Oh,
is
that's what
like $10. A
okay.
100,000 rupiah is like $10. We're not the same like that.
Okay.
Although, yeah. Although, just a fun fact. A few years ago, the government was planning on slashing off 3 zeros of our currency, but they never got around to doing that.
Oh Lord. But I would look into them because since they are worldwide, if you because you would on over here I pay $10 a month for it every month, but like with that you can download all the ebooks that you want, all the audiobooks that you want, and it's just still just $10 a month. But like Audible here, it's either you pay like what $15 a month for it, and you can wait every month to get one free credit. But if you want anything else new, and you've already used your free credit, you have to pay for not only for the book or the audiobook,
Hmm.
you have to pay that also that monthly every month. So for this, you only pay like the monthly rate where you can download any new book, any new audiobook that you want. A lot of Stephen King's like
Right.
it, so I like it a lot. So
All right. All right.
maybe get some ebooks if you're into ebooks, if it helps.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. For neighbors. Yeah, I'll try it out one day. I mean, once I once I'm in a stronger financial position and I
Yes.
figure out how to move my money online,
Yeah.
like I said last in the last sprint.
Yeah. That's
Um, yeah, that's right. Well, I was about to say something. I have seven Stephen King novels over here. Yeah, they're pretty big books. I've read Needful Things.
I've not
I've
read that
read.
one. Ooh.
You haven't, okay. I've read Rose Matter, and I just finished Pet Cemetery. You saw the short.
Yes.
Uh, and I have the Dutch edition of The Long Walk. So that's 4 books. There's another 3 over here as well. Let's see: Bag of Bones, Black House, and Misery.
Ooh, I read Misery, and actually, okay, I tried to read it in 2020, right? This when the pandemic happened, and then I was staying with my nana, so we couldn't really go out any really.
Yeah.
So, of course, reading a book about being very isolating, being inside, was not a good idea. So I tried to read 3 separate times. I just couldn't get into it. But then the fourth time I read it, I tried it. It was great. It was phenomenal, and I loved it. And I do have Rose Matter. I have not.
Hmm.
I have it. So if you want, we can start that together and we can read it if you want. Because I can read it and also listen to it audibly too. Don't be as slow with this one.
I have read Rose Matter,
No.
but yes, I have. But if you're open to like a buddy read, we could do that in the future. We just have to like hammer out the details a little bit.
Hmm. Have you read it yet?
It. I don't have a copy of it.
Ooh, that one is. That one is. I tried to read that whenever the movie came out, and then like the movie copy, like the cover copy came out because my library at my high school got it, and I was very first one to check it out. And of course, I didn't realize how big it was. So when it
Mhm.
got in my hands, I was like, "Oh Lord!" So I tried to read it, but then when I was in school, I had a lot of paper, schoolwork and homework and tests that I had to do. So it took me a long time to read it physically, and then I just kind of forgot every dang thing I read. So really, the very first Stephen King book I read was really it, but I don't remember a dang thing I read. So I don't really count that as my first book I read. I really remember The
Did you
Shining.
watch the movies? Did you
Yes,
watch the movies?
I watched
Okay,
the
okay.
animated ones, but not the Tim Curry version. I want to watch the Tim Curry version though to see how
Oh,
well.
right. You only watched the Tim Curry version.
I never watched those ones. I watched the
Oh,
ones.
you haven't watched that one, but you've watched the newer ones.
Yes,
Okay, okay. And you don't remember reading it, but you remember watching it.
yes. So
Okay.
it was because it took me like a long time to read it physically. So I would read a little bit and I would set it down. That was my problem. So I'd set it down for like a week, more than a week, and then I'd pick it back up. And so by the time I finished it, I was really more or less forcing myself to finish it, even though I wasn't really comprehending anything because I was kind of like my brain overload, I guess, with school and all that
Mm,
stuff. So, but then when
right.
I finally picked it back up, and I had it audibly too, where like I can read it physically, but whenever I'd be up doing things, I could at least read. I could listen to it a little bit at a time. So if I with anybody, when I tell them that when
Mm.
they say, "Oh my God, it's so big," I'm like, you know what? Listen to it audibly a little bit at a time. At least a little bit every day because if you put it back down, you're not going to pick it back up until when you do, you're not going to remember nothing you read.
There's actually one scene in it that was too disturbing to make it
Yes,
into the movies. Do you know that scene?
yes, I do. Yeah, I do know that scene. Because like
Oh,
that's what made me pick it back up the second time because I was like, I don't remember no disturbing scene in that. So that's what made me pick it back up and finally read the whole thing and listen to it audibly. And I sit there and actually listen and enjoy. And the audiobook actually has like where the clown he's
mhm.
actually narrating. You can actually hear him like narrating and all that stuff. So like whenever the kids are talking and like the clown's talking, you can actually like, really get into it. It's a really good experience. And then I was like, oh,
Right.
that's the disturbing scene. I mean, I see why the premise behind it, but you could tell that Stephen King he was on something when he did that. And the
Mhm.
Tommy Knockers, have you read that one?
The what?
The Tommy Knockers.
The Tommy Knockers. Oh, yeah, yeah. That one. I read. I heard about it on YouTube. I just by the craziness of that book, I'm like interested in picking that up. But then everyone I know on BookTube is saying, you should skip that. You should skip that.
Yeah.
Although the
See,
craziness is saying, I'm thinking, oh, I have to read it. It's so crazy.
of course, see, like, okay, my girl, the girl who does like she dyes my hair and all that stuff. She's also a really good friend of mine. She loves that. She loves that book. She reads it every year, and then because of her, I picked it up and read it. And of course, I'm trying to collect all of Stephen King's books. So
Mhm.
I picked it up, and literally, I don't know how to describe it. I was just like very confused. It's like you can tell he himself has actually even said, I don't remember me writing that book. And
Mhm.
you can tell very much because it's just so
He
wild and
doesn't
out.
remember. He doesn't remember writing Cujo.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't remember writing Cujo either, but like even he said I think he said Pet Cemetery scares him a lot too. But
Mm.
now a lot about Tommy Knockers is like one of the main things that people losing their teeth and
Yeah.
me. I have a phobia of losing my teeth because childhood stuff and like my biological dad, he didn't have teeth whenever I was born, lost them all during an accident, and then my
Mm.
mom should take care of her teeth due to like drug issues. So I remember her
Mm.
losing her teeth, whatever. Remember when she got them taken out. So I have a phobia of losing my teeth in general because of that. So I would actually have nightmares afterward losing my teeth after reading that book. So that part was not a fun part for me to read, but otherwise it
Mm.
was just more or less I hate read that book honestly. Towards the end, I was like, this is so like annoying and obnoxious and like just boring. Almost
Mm-hmm.
like there's like you can tell. It's just like I feel like I'm tripping myself to be honest. I feel like I
Yeah,
took something.
yeah. I have not. I don't want to say false teeth. I have three crowns and an inlay.
Mm-hmm.
An inlay is where you have a real tooth, but it's partially demolished, and then another piece of false tooth put on top of it. So it's like two puzzle pieces put together.
Yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
have three crowns and an inlay.
Yeah. My best friend Hannah, who's on here, if you don't mind me saying this, she had a birth defect where like her two incisors are not they weren't they didn't develop or at all when she came out, and so she actually had like a like almost like an Invisalign snap in like whenever I first met
Hmm.
her, and that's how it was. And then she actually recently she actually ends up having implants put in there, so she has to worry about taking out a like a what do you call them things like the Invisalign snap in things. But like me right now, right now.
Retainers.
Yeah, it's like a retainer almost, but like just two teeth hanging out right there. And she goes, boop,
Mm,
pops up in there. Me, I'm actually having. I'm not wearing them right now because I just ate and all that stuff, so I'm gonna put in tonight. But I have Invisaligns right now, so
mm,
they put like these little anchors right here on my teeth. There's
mm,
almost all of them besides my two front ones and my back ones in the back where they're straightening them out right now because my bottom ones are really crooked and my one tooth almost straight down the middle. Um, part of it kind of popped off because I was flossing my dang teeth, okay, and I was doing the right thing, flossing them, taking care of them, and then I went to floss, and I guess because they overlay and they don't get as clean as they would be because they're overlaying, it was weak.
mm.
So yeah, so I'm like, no, I'm not
Right.
anymore. I'm gonna straighten them out, and I also have like a overbite just slightly, and I'm fixing all that right now. So it's like about an 18-month process, which I'm like, I'm very happy that I get to do that because I've been wanting to do that for a while. And you know what, teeth health is very important. And whatever makes me feel good, I will do it.
Well. Good luck. Do you? If you don't mind me asking, do you like take full advice from your dentist? Like when
Well,
you're at the appointment, do you consult like 100% what you have to do? This A, B, C, D.
yeah, well, only because the dentist I go to, I haven't had a bad experience with dentists. But like my husband, he's
Mm,
had the time several years ago, he had like an experience where he was getting a cleaning, and the person was a little rough with his teeth and made his gum bleed to a point where I was like, wasn't normal to be bleeding. So he was like, I don't like this. But the people that we go to, they're really really nice. They actually like listen to you. Like I talked about my phobia of losing my teeth and my history of that, and they were very like they are very concerned with what they do. So I trust them in that way, especially when I told them like, oh, my teeth. And I have my wisdom teeth in the back. All of them has not come in. Has your wisdom teeth come in?
yes, yes. When I was in high school, all
Or
four.
really? See, because like mine have not come in. My nana, hers never came in either. They were buried underneath her bones, so they just never came in. And I think I got her genes because they haven't come in yet. And you can actually see them on the X-ray that they're there, but they just haven't popped through. Like this one, I think is going more this way technically, more
Mm,
sideways, like whatever. But I talked with like the dentist. I was like, okay, he didn't recommend me getting surgery to get them out because they're too far underneath the nerve to get it. So I'm like, oh yes, I got Nana's genes. I ain't gonna get them popped out because I really don't want to go through surgery because you have to go through. You have to get knocked out for that, and I'm like, and I'm sitting there thinking that's a lot more money to get knocked out and get some teeth pulled out that don't want to pop through.
yeah, yeah.
Mm. My sister, she had hers come out because hers were coming through, and she was about what I think she was senior high school when hers come in, and then she just yeah she was all messed up like for a whole week. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Mm. My wisdom teeth function very well actually.
Oh
So
really? Your yours was
yeah,
frozen?
yeah,
Dang it.
yeah. They're very well. I brushed them well. They're all the
Mm.
way in the back. It's the it's the first uh, what do you call them? Incisors,
Incisors, yeah.
uh, molars. That's what you call it, molars. The first molars, three of them are crowns and one is an inlay.
Oh, okay.
So it's it's the first molars of the first set of four that
Mhm.
were most, for me anyway, most vulnerable to damage, and then till we had to
Yeah.
replace them with crowns.
Mhm. See, that's where it's like all mine up to like what I want to say here.
Yeah.
I said it's just that cluster that's really they're straight and they're fine. These are straight and fine, but like my front teeth, my one kind of goes over the other just slightly. So those are gonna get straightened
Mm.
out a little bit, which I can't wait. That'll be nice. But like my bottom ones, just it clusters. Just not
Right.
too
Right.
small, but like I can live with it. But I want to fix my bite overall. So because it looks like I grind my teeth at night. Apparently, from what I could tell, I'm like I don't think I grind my teeth. No, I do kind of do like a. I can't do it now because my jaw's moving, but like kind of like flex my jaw a little bit, like whenever I'm like overly thinking about things, you know. So
Mm.
that could be it, but I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what I do
My
this week.
wife, my wife grinds her teeth while she's sleeping.
Oh,
So
really?
when she moves her head in the bed, I hear this creaking, this squeaking sound of their teeth
Oh,
grinding together. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
oh no. Ooh.
Yeah, when she's sleeping, when she moves her head, I can hear
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god. See, my husband, he's a mouth breather a little bit sometimes, not all the time, but he smokes too. So apparently, it can cause dry mouth. So he has to like he has to use biotine to help like maybe so because whenever he sleeps and his mouth is open just slightly, it dries his mouth out, so he coughs in the middle of the night.
Hmm.
And then I'm like, then I'll kind of pop him, and be like, hey, drink some water or something. I know it sucks for him too, but it's like you had that biotine, use
Hmm.
it.
Right. Hmm.
That's okay. We deal with it.
Yeah. So,
Mm,
it's 1 hour 10 minutes on my timer here.
okay,
Would you like another sprint?
sure, we can do that.
All right, 20 minutes again.
Right now she's sleeping. I'm trying to determine if she gets up, what I try to do if she gets up, she to try and get her to go potty to make sure she knows
Hmm.
where she's go potty. So, but right now she's still sleeping. So let's do like 15 minutes just to be safe.
I
I feel
got
like
you.
on that time she's gonna need to get out and go and like
All
maybe.
right, all right, 15 minutes, and then I think that will be it.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll have a short chat after the 15 minutes. All right.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay. Set the timer. Turn off
Okay.
the mic, and we're good to go.
Okay. Hey Siri, start a 15-minute timer.
15 minutes, counting down.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, come here, baby. Come here, baby. I know, I know. It's almost time.
Mm, yeah.
She was sitting there dreaming again. She
Mm,
does so good. I'm
again.
surprised at how well she does with like just hanging out. I'm just so surprised. Especially she's like
That's
eight
very
weeks. Like
8 weeks.
she's 8 weeks. She's like a baby over here. She just does so well.
Mm,
But I don't know if
that's nice.
it's her breed. But I mean, she could be just because she's home. I don't know.
Right. Right.
She was born May 22nd. I mean, my husband, we got married November 22nd of last year. So I don't know if that's a
Mm,
coincidence or is it fate.
right.
I think it's fate, to be honest.
Mm,
I just learned
all
it.
right.
So I just got a couple more pages in,
Yeah.
like 156. So I'm like a little bit this way through it,
Mm,
or that much left.
okay.
So yeah,
Does he start saying it's all right?
nope, not yet.
Oh.
We're in like
Oh,
the
you.
the whole bar scene right now
Hmm.
with like whoever's old lady.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
like a whole bunch of the stuff that's going on. It's just a lot of stuff that's going on. I'm like, okay, this is a lot of like different parts moving around right now. So yeah.
Ah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I might have spoiled it, but you
That's
will again.
that's
You'll
okay.
read it
I don't mind
later.
all the spoilers. That's okay. As long as I get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll get to it. You'll get to it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Um. So I got another 4 pages done. So I will later continue reading this. I'm almost done with chapter 4.
Hmm.
So that would mean I'm 1/5 of the way through this book.
That's good.
I hope to finish it before the end of August because I'm participating in a reading event called
Mhm.
Garb August by
Ooh.
a booktuber called Criminali. So
Ooh.
it's a reading event where booktubers read what is called trashy books, which is essentially what they would call back in the day pulp, which is mass produced writing
Yeah.
where it's the quality is not highbrow literature,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you done a 24-hour readathon? Because I was going to. I had it all planned out, and then things happened, and I couldn't do it.
Hmm. A
Like a life.
24-hour readathon,
Yeah.
like maybe not literally, but
Yeah.
focusing the full 24 hours on reading with bathroom breaks and then
Yeah.
munching on something as you read.
Yeah, but like you literally will stay up like 24 hours, but like read. I mean, I think like a lot of people like they'll try and save the whole 24 hours, but I've also seen people where they've done it where like they've taken like a 4 hour sleep time. They only
Hmm.
sleep 4 hours and they get up and like they read more. I I was going to do it where I was going to read the series of unfortunate events. I was going to
Hmm.
read all those, and
Okay.
then I couldn't do it because of other circumstances. But yeah, I was gonna do that. I had a whole. If you look back at my channel, like what 2021, I think it is. I had an announcement video and everything, but I just never did it. And then after that, you can see like I kind of did like a rebrand of my channel kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. I have done in the past. I have done in the past where I was like forced to be alone at a house for most of the day. So
Mhm.
something like half a day because it was all during daylight hours,
Mhm.
not during evening hours. And
Mhm.
here the daylight hours are like 12 hours. This is at
Yeah.
the equator, so
Yeah.
the sun goes up and drops very quickly.
Mhm.
Um, I did do like a half day of reading, and I got maybe 60% of a book done.
Mhm.
So it took of a really long book, by the way.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have sort of done it before, but not the full
Mhm.
24 hours.
You see what I might want to do? Maybe not like maybe full 24 hours. Maybe like where I get up at like what? How early would I want to get up? 7. Let's say 7 o'clock in the
Hmm.
morning. Maybe like 7
Yeah.
from like whatever. See how many of like the of that books of that series I can read in a day. Maybe do
Hmm.
that. I might do that because
Mhm.
it's like I don't think I can sleep 24 hours anymore just because I got a good sleeping schedule and I don't. Yeah, I don't think if I that now if I was alone and I was single and not married, I could probably do it and like without the animals, I could probably do
Mm.
it for 24 hours. 'Cause, I'm like I ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't got a partner or animals to hang around me and take care of. I could do it, but
Mm.
nope. I think I would have to do like an all day thing where I just do that. See how many books I can read in a day.
Right. Right.
Hi.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Where are you originally from?
I am from North Carolina of the USA.
There you go.
I've lived here all my life. So if I have a slightly country accent, if you hear it, that's why.
Ah, okay, okay.
And it gets worse when I'm with
I
other people with country accents. Like one girl at work, she's really thick and strong. If I've been around her for like a couple hours, yeah,
Mhm.
it gets a little thick sometimes.
Yeah, I was born in the Netherlands,
Really?
commonly known as Holland,
Ooh.
and but I've lived most of my life here in Indonesia. My mother is Indonesian, and my father was originally Dutch,
Hmm.
Netherlands, but he is now an Indonesian citizen.
Oh wow. My biological father, he is full-blooded Native American. And then
Uh-huh.
my biological mom, she is half German. So I may not look like Native American. That's because my mother,
Mm.
she was like Casper the Ghost white, and I take
Ah,
after her coloring. But
ah,
the nose, I have his nose very much like the native nose that you'd see. I
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
yes. Hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for sharing that with me.
I'm always proud
That's
to
interesting.
share that part.
Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. So, um, I'm hitting a blank here. I don't know what else to say
I don't
next.
know. I know that
Yeah.
that like, she's been sleeping for like what last time she went potty it was about like what 6 maybe 5:30, so she probably and he also need to make my husband's lunch for tomorrow for his work. So I'm gonna put her in a little kennel in her little playpen and see if she goes potty while I'm making his sandwiches. Because if I walk out of the room, she
Hmm.
whines. I've only had her for 2 days, but she's very attached to me right now, and I'm gonna feel bad for her tomorrow when I have to go to work.
Oh.
I'm hoping like if I can talk to like, one of the people, see if I can get her to come to work with me. Once if it's like a slow day, see if it's okay, feasible. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, you're sweating. You're gonna go potty, don't you? Probably.
Mm, adorable.
And she's so stinky cute. Oh my gosh. Uh, she's so cute. Anyway, I think I will sign off, and I will update
Okay.
you all the things. And if we want to do this again, like next week or week after, I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay. Just send me an email, and
Yep.
I'm always on standby. I'm always ready to hear you out.
Awesome. Yay. Me too.
Okay.
Okay. Say
Okay.
bye. Say bye, Stella. Bye. Oh, she's like, I'm sleepy, mommies. Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.